Continue watching to see who got highlighted in this video, and watch to the end if you want to see how we got the answer. So it's a set of positive integers. And next thing, I don't know if you all know about integers, but integers are they said the positive one. So the positive integers are all the positive numbers. But in general, integers are all the numbers on a number line. So usually 0 is in the middle. On the right hand side, you see one, all the positive numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it keeps going all the way up to 100,000 million. And then on the left hand side, you start seeing all the negative numbers. So that's when they talk about integers, that's what they're talking about. But in this case, they said specifically the positive. So then they talk about the positive numbers starting from 1. To write positive integers. The set of positive integers is an example of, well, positive integers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting all the way up to 100, 1,000, 1,000,000, billion, going all at one, has no end. Therefore, it will be an infinite set. So any set that does not have an end is infinite. If it is, they told you the set of positive integers from 1 to 20, then they give you a limit. And when they give you a limit, then it's going to be a finite set, right? If they tell you the set of even numbers, because I've seen that too, and you know, see options just like these, even numbers have no end. Start from 2 and going all the way. If they just say general even numbers, it will also be an infinite set. But if you say even numbers between 100 and 200, they give you a limit between that, so that will have a start value and an end value, even though they are even. So that will then be a finite set. So they just do it with anything like prime numbers and things like that. They have to understand things like prime numbers don't really have an end unless they give you a limit from this number to that number or between whatever number. Now, an empty set is just an empty set. It means exactly what I say. It has no numbers instead. So sometimes you might see, because I've seen that before, you see 2 curly brackets like this, and they tell you what kind of set is that. Empty set because have nothing inside it. It's an empty set. An improper set, I know the improper set has to do, or sometimes it's also called an undefined set. That's what I know it more better as. Meaning that if you say this set of goods, that's an improper or undefined set. Why? Because even if you have a you have a goat farm or something, right? I always said a goat. Most likely I've never heard people name goats. I don't know if anyone else give goat name, like their goat name, who have those things. So in that case, if there are 20 goats, when you just say goat, 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 it's not defined. So in other words, you cannot uniquely identify the goats because you just have like goats 20 times in the set. So that's the kind of proper set is where you can hardly identify the difference between each of the elements or members in the set. But if it is, they tell you the set of the alphabets, you know that A is A in the alphabet, B is B, you can clearly identify and tell the difference between A, B, C, D. So when a set is improper, it's usually things that are so common that you can hardly tell the difference between what's in the set. So usually like animals or the set of houses. But usually when it have things like numbers and letters, usually sets would be considered proper. Because you can tell the difference between 3 and 10, 2 distinctly different numbers, right? Okay, if you have any questions, ask your